Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. In today's video we're going to have a look at a new pack from RVISUAL. And this is especially helpful if you're doing videos for social media or for small companies that want to make people know where to find them. So we're going to have a look at the social bar pack, which is a collection of social bars you can use in your videos. So in this video we'll just jump into it and see how it all works. So let's get right to it.
Okay, so first off, let's open the titles and let's go into Blackmagic Design, Davinci Resolve, into our Fusion folder, into templates, edit, and into titles. And then we're just going to open our folder and we're just going to highlight these, and in this case I'm just going to copy paste those into that folder, like so. So when we open up Davinci Resolve next time, they will actually be here. If we go up to our effects library, into titles, and then just scroll all the way down almost in the Fusion titles, they are right here for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, and of course YouTube. Okay, so let's get started. So first off, let's just change a couple of things. If we're using Davinci Resolve, we can make these bars run a little bit easier. If we go up to our playback, we go into render cache, and we're just going to put this to none. Also, I want to go over here to the three dots, and I'm also going to check this off, so show all video frames. And the reason for doing that is when we now take this Instagram bar, we are not actually doing anything to it. It's not rendering it, so it will actually run it somehow pretty nice. Let's highlight the effects. Let's go a little in there. If we go up to our inspector and we go into the titles, we can also go into the settings, but we'll go into the titles here. We can do some basic settings. So for instance, we can change the text. So we're going to write Duke Denver Film. That's what we want. And then we could change the font to something else if we wanted that. Change it to, let's change it to something more readable. Let's change it to this one, and we're going to keep it bold as well. And then we could of course change the size of the bar as well. We want it to be smaller or bigger, something like that, but we'll keep it at the normal size. And again, also the angle can be changed, but then again, I prefer to have it like this. Then also we can go in here and minimize this. We can go into the design here, and then we can actually change the bar's width, the bar's height, and also the corner radius. So if we want it to be, let's say, smaller or bigger, we could do that. Maybe we want it like this. Maybe we wanted to make it higher or a little bit lower, something like this, I think. We can also invert the logo if we want to do that. And by inverting that, that is the color, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep it in these colors. Also, we can go in and change a bunch of color settings. I'm not going to do any of that. I'll show you another cool thing as well. We can go into the cursor, and in the cursor we can either go with the normal cursor animation we have here, as you see, or we can change it to a pointer. And we also have an effects bar. We can put in glow and stuff like that. But first off, let's just go back and in our playback, and we're going to take our render cache and we're going to put this either on user or smart. I usually use user. So when you add in the render cache, it can take a couple of minutes for the effect to render, so it is best to be sure what you want to do first. So with that is now rendered, I have my render cache on, and I'm also going to enable the show all frames. the next thing I want to show you is if we go up to our basic settings, we have this ultra quality, and if we enable that, it is going to, first off, the animations are going to look a lot better, but the render time is going to be quite hard on your machine, so just keep that in mind as well. So first off, I'll enable this and I'll let it render, and you can have a look at how that looks. So as you can see, with enabling the ultra quality, the animation itself gets very much nicer, and also it has some more effects rolling in. But a little bit of a warning you might want to get as well, because the render times for these ultra quality is pretty long. It takes a couple of minutes to do a little bit of 5 seconds animation. So a little bit later I might show you a different way you can do that. But just for this little comparison, you can see the two transitions side by side. In the Ultra is the top one and the bottom is the normal one, and then you can choose which you like the best. If you want to change something in the animation you just did, the best way to do that would be to enable the Ultra quality, going in and making your change. But that, of course, means you'll have to do the render yet one more time. I'm just going to switch to pointer instead for this. And then I'm just going to enable that, and then we have to do the render process one more time. If you want to use some of the extra effects here, you would need to, or they are only available to use in the Ultra quality, just to keep that in mind. If you think the render time is too long for you, there is of course a different option, and that is the option to export as PNG files. So let's do that. First off, we can go in here and we can write our name. So I'm just going to write Insta, like that, and then I can choose Browse. So where do I want my file to be? Let's go on my desktop here. I'm just going to do a new map. Just to rename that. Let's call it Insta. So I'm also going to add in a file name. So let's just call this Insta. That. So also you have to remember to type in the extension. In this case it's going to be .png, like that, and we're just going to save that. Okay, so let's go over to Fusion, and here we have our tool. Go down here in the PNG export. And here we can actually either change the output size we want. For this video, this is just fine. And also we can do what resolution. And per default, this is set to auto resolution. If we want to change that, we can click here and change that. That's all good. So the way this works is we'll go up to our Fusion up here, and then we'll go down to Render All Savers. We'll click that, and then we'll just start rendering our little animation. And finally we have the render completed. And I would say that this is a great way to do it if you have to use the same animations every time and you actually want high quality of your social bars. If you do not have that much time, I would just not use the ultra quality, and the render times are way faster on that. Okay, so let's just see how that actually works. So let's just open up the file where all of them are and push Ctrl A to select all of them, and let's just drag that into the media pool. Let's see, and here we actually have the animation we just did. And if we are happy with what we did, we can actually just take this file and add this into our Power Bin if we want to use it in new projects. And it's right here. So in all my future projects, this will be in. Very nice. So last thing to show you is just show you all of the animations you can see in the program right here.
Okay, so that was a look at the pack from RVISUAL. Even though the pack were sent to me, nobody has seen this video before it went online, and this is again my honest opinion. And I just love the packs that RVISUALs are making. They are always high quality and they do some very nice stuff to make things and life easier for filmmakers and content creators. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it will help them out. And if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.